Hi, my name is Samantha Bos, and I'm with the University of Texas at Austin. And for today's STAIR Tailored, we're looking at instructional adjustments, specifically looking at how we can utilize explicit instruction. So just to ground us, this 6-part series is directed at teachers who have a robust intervention that they are implementing, but it's not providing the results that they would like to see. So we have six adjustments that you can make to your teaching that hopefully will sort of beef up that intervention and will help kids learn. And today's video is specifically looking at utilizing explicit instruction. This graphic here is from the Intensive Intervention Organization website, and it really does a great job of clearly breaking down the components of explicit instruction. We have a much longer video that I will be sure to include if you're unfamiliar with what explicit instruction looks like, but I just want to highlight some really key practices that sometimes as teachers, I'll be honest, I would rush through things and I wouldn't get to all these different pieces. Or I felt like for the sake of time, I needed to skip over some of the guided practice, or you would rush through it and then the independent practice you kind of just throw at them for homework. So it's really important that we include all of these pieces and that we're really purposeful about it. So just to go over it briefly, there's sort of two main components that go into explicit instruction. The first one is modeling. Thinking about it, especially if kids struggle with math, we might make assumptions as math teachers in terms of, if I say this, they'll understand it. But a lot of times kids who struggle with math don't get it. So we need to make it super clear exactly what we're thinking. So this is how I'll go about solving these problems. Or, these are the thoughts I might have as I go about doing this. And really kind of allowing kids access into our thoughts is really key. And so that involves a really clear, concise explanation and really planned examples that really highlight the concept as well as can clarify confusions later on. So using examples and non-examples can be really powerful. In terms of the practice, I'll be honest, this is the part that I always struggled with the most, is making sure that you provide the students with enough guided practice that the concept is clear to them, that they really have digested the material and they are comfortable with it before you allow them that really critical independent practice. So these two are going to be balancing with each other depending on which, if you're introducing a new concept, there's going to be more modeling. If it's a review day, there's going to be more practice, but both of these are taking place in the classroom at all time. And then in addition to that, we have our supporting practices that happen in all classes. And whether you're introducing or reviewing, you need to be asking the right questions. And we have a whole video on that one, which is great. Eliciting frequent responses, understanding what do the kids know, and keeping it upbeat and an engaging class. Providing immediate specific feedback. So if they don't understand something, correct that immediately before they sort of ingrain that incorrect procedure or understanding in their mind. And then also maintaining a brisk pace. I mean, I think we've all been in classes where it's been slow and dragging, and it's just not as engaging, not as meaningful as those really quick but appropriately paced classes. And like I said, we have a much longer video that goes into these at much greater depth if you're unfamiliar with explicit instruction. But for today's video, I just want to remind you that it is an incredibly powerful tool for students who are struggling. And if you do see that your kids are not making the progress that you would like them to in your intervention, maybe it's time to examine our practices and look and see if we are including all of these pieces. So that was just kind of a short reminder in terms of one of the strategies that we can be using to adjust our instruction when the students aren't learning as we'd like them to learn. Just a reminder, this is one video in a 6-part series part of this series is to provide you with multiple sort of access points that then you as the teacher can go back and say, you know, these are the things I really want to try and tweak first. So I encourage you to watch all of the videos in this series and pick the adjustment that feels most comfortable to you first, and then you can go on and maybe include other adjustments if needed. I hope to see you in our future videos. Thanks.